Alright guys, welcome back to Burning Rubber Garage. Today we're probably going to cut the exhaust off of this car. I'm saying probably because we haven't done it yet, so I think we're going to. We've got a sound meter here, is what it looks like. It's just a Radio Shack special one. Let us know how loud it is and if when we cut it, it gets any louder. It does sound pretty good, but it's not perfect. We got Justin here today.
Hey guys.
I guess if this doesn't work and give me the sound I'm looking for, we'll go with some new mufflers. I think they're a Dynamax Bullet muffler. They should be pretty loud. Those of you guys that watch Roadkill, it's what they have on the muscle truck, and it sounds pretty legit. With that, let's get started here. We'll show you what the sound register's at with a little bit of revs and some idle, and then we'll come back and go from there. We're going to go ahead, cut that exhaust off. What we've got here is we've got a DeWalt saw. We'll show you that. It's a cordless. What's the battery on it?
We just do, we have a 20 volt.
20 volt
metal blade.
He's got a metal blade on there. I've supported the muffler because we're going to be cutting after the muffler where the crappy welds are. With, I think it was 3 2x4s. Your car may vary by stance. With that being said, we're going to get a reading first of what it sounds like. We're using a decibel meter. And it's adjustable. It's not like it's not a nice one. Let's put it that way. You got a rough guess the range that it's in there, and then it can go from there. What's your guess?
Before
to after, how much do you think we pick up?
15 decibels.
It's probably going to be a little bit louder. I was thinking 10, so I think we're going to pick up probably about 10 decibels. So we'll go ahead, get that reading right quick. You'll probably just see this right here. We'll be looking at this screen. Hopefully it shows up, and then we'll go from there. Get it again?
Yeah.
At this, I'm going to show you this. The exhaust comes out here. By the time it gets there, so your exhaust is dumping out here. With the turn downs, we should be dumping here under the center of the car. So I'm not too worried about it blowing up in, because honestly, I think if it was going to blow up in, it would anyways.
Yeah.
So I mean, stoplights, you're still probably going to smell it, but honestly, this car isn't super stinky. The Nova, I'd be very worried about that because it runs super rich, puts out a scent that gives you a headache. But with this car, I haven't smelt it when we were in it. We cruised it for several hours. So that's where it's coming out now. Whoever put these in, I don't think that's how it's supposed to come out. I know it's in that area, but it just looks like this kit was self-built, kind of cheapo muffler job because the welds didn't even hold. So one thing we will be doing is getting rid of some exhaust leaks. So let's go ahead, get under there and show you guys the cutoff process. Right behind the weld. All right, guys, he's gonna go ahead, he's gonna cut it. I don't know how the audio is gonna sound, so if you got headphones on, probably turn it down. Sick. Oh, I thought you were cutting on the other side of the weld.
I was going to, it moved. that weld was garbage. It slagged. You saw all that fell?
Yeah, it's all right. There's
right
a
out of the mill.
Shitty weld. I'm not sure what we're going to do on that. Maybe we have to cut it again.
We can grind it down.
So what do we got to do to get this bitch down? Tailpipe's loose. We just need to get that bolt out. So I'm going to grab some tools and we'll be back. I'm going to go ahead and take this hanger off. Should be wearing safety glasses again, but only Justin cares about safety apparently. It's gonna come right down on my head. Or if I can do it without that, let's spin it now. Nope. Sorry guys, tried to be a badass and failed. Instead I just look like an ass. Alright. Alright, we got that down. You think it'll come out?
I think so.
Turn it like that. I'm gonna go ahead and put this. Did this have a pad with it? It did. Nice. I don't know if these holes are actually intended for, but I probably ought to put that back in, huh?
As you can see on that muffler from this angle, they did a pretty hard 90, almost a 90 out of it to sweep. Made for a horrible weld job, whoever did it. As you can see, they tried to cut the pipe here straight. Instead of doing a proper bend, they cut the pipe here, gave it a 45 cut, and then tried to fill it in with weld. And we were getting major exhaust leaks out of there.
I think a turn down, if we can get it to position right here. What I'd really like to do is, I believe this is 2-inch. I'd like to find like a, they usually call it a reducer, but I'm going to use it to kind of spread out. I'd love to get this somehow up to a 3-inch with a turn down here. If I have to go to a muffler shop to do it, I'm going to do it. Because that would be like a little echo tube, a little bit of a kind of like a boom tube effect, which is what we really want. When you see one of these cars, if it doesn't sound right, it can make you a little frustrated on how it looks one way but sounds another. And these cars should look freaking as badass as they sound. And this one looks the part, but it just wasn't sounding it. I mean, it's still, what did we end up with? 90 at idle, 100 at rev?
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't bad, but compared to the cars I've had in the past and that he's had, this seemed a little mellow. So we're going to go ahead and cut the other side off, and then if we have to, we'll take this muffler off and we'll cut it straight so we can get a piece on it. I'll use a file to grind down all the extra burrs and we'll go from there. So keep with us here. We're going to cut the other side and then we'll do a sound check. I'm going to cut this side. I really don't have a good angle. It's really dark, but I'll try and get it. The yellow thing you're seeing right. Here's the blade, here's the back. I'm not sure what else to tell you guys, so let's go ahead and cut. Hell yes. All right.
I got that one a little further back.
That's a super good cut. Very impressed with that. I'm going to see if this camera will tilt back without falling. We got this hanger up here. Hey, there we go. They didn't like this tool. I just got it out by hand.
Oh, there you go.
They didn't like the... All right, let's see if we can get this pipe out now. I believe you'll have an angle of that. Trying to... I'll just go like this, huh? Won't make it? Yeah. Let's twist it like that.
Remember, kids, stay hydrated.
There we go. Beautiful cut. I'll take a little bit of a file to that, deburr it. Moment of truth here is to push up on the car. That one stayed intact. This other guy's fallen, so I'm going to have to leave those boards under there for a minute, but we're definitely going to start this son of a gun and see if we're if we made a good call.
So guys, as you can see here,
two different tailpipes, dude.
My guess is this was a homemade job. They just took some steel pipe, threw it in a bender. We are definitely not the same length.
That's why the one hung lower.
We're not the same bends. You can see what they did here. That is very restrictive. Your
pipe inside a pipe
comes in here, and instead of cutting a 45 or what should have been a proper bend at this point, they just stuck a pipe inside of another pipe and welded it. This one, he kind of showed you before. They cut the pipe here on a 90, then on a 45, and then tried to just fill it in with weld, and we all know that's not going to stick. So
we should definitely be louder and, if anything, flow a little better.
Yeah, we'll definitely get better flow out of here.
Out of these huge 2-inch pipes.
Yeah. When we throw headers on here, we'll see what they did up front.
I don't know if they can mess up the front because it's just It's just a manifold.
Yeah.
They probably just ball flanged it up there and called it good. Let's fire this up, see how it sounds. I do still have the boards underneath because this side's going to need to be either tack welded or welded in place on the hanger. We snapped the hanger because it was such high quality steel. You ready?
Yep, we're good. So at rest, you can see here, let me turn this thing up. At rest we went from 90 decibels to 114 decibels. That's pretty impressive, damn near gain of 20, 23, 24 decibels.
Dude, that is way neater.
That sounds infinitely better.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. That might have been the best mod. Well, besides the taillights, so because safety first, right?
Correct.
The second best modification we've done is get rid of this lovely job here with the huge dents and crinks, and this guy right here where it goes down to like inch. And my favorite, the pipes that were uneven, and then the pipe that's going inside. That's just all the air is building up here. It's like they made a custom resonator restriction, which you know, I got to give it to them. It worked. They cut out 15 decibels.
If that's what they were going for, was making a fancy muscle sound like a Honda Civic.
They did a good job. It was the meanest sounding Civic ever, but it sure had about the same quality there as far as sound. So what we got is we got holes here. I'm gonna put a bolt through there to hold it till I can get it to a muffler shop, and then we'll get some turn down. The coolest part about a turn down is when you rev it, dirt just flies out from under your car. It's to me, it's the definition of some muscle. Well, some, not all, but some. I'm pretty excited with that.
Oh yeah.
Should we? I think you should celebrate, man. Anyways, there, guys. Thanks for watching as always. Subscribe. Let me clean this camera off. We got some of the weld on the camera, or maybe that was exhaust oil spatter back. So it's all good. We got it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. He's gonna get his channel going. You know what you're gonna start off with?
I don't know. I think so. Here, bring this camera over. Let's
go.
give a sneak peek at the EcoBoost. So we both drive EcoBoost.
They're probably one of the nicer half tons, especially when you go to older. Even the new stuff. Here's what he's going to be working on. I think he's going to do plugs.
Yeah, we're gonna do plugs,
coils. He's going to put new shocks in the rear.
Yeah, we'll do new shocks in the rear. I have a Pro Comp lift on here, and not even 10,000 miles blew those shocks in the rear. So we're gonna do shocks. I got a tonneau cover that we're gonna paint. Have it currently stripped, sitting in my garage, so we're gonna spray that too. So
it's a good looking truck. Mine's the little girly 5.5 foot bed. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I shouldn't say girly, I should just say wussy. He's got the one that can actually fit a quad in the back, 6.5. So a little bit longer, a little bit tougher to park, but when you go to actually haul something, it pays for itself as far as size. I think you're probably heavier too.
a couple 100 pounds.
Not a lot, not enough to make a big difference, but yeah, good looking trucks. If you guys are out there thinking, man, I need a truck that can pull, that's getting, these are getting a little bit older, easier to come by for cheap. Dude, they pull. They're like the closest a gas engine can get to a diesel. They have little turbos, they make their torque really low and hold it up. I'm impressed. My little EcoBoost will out-tow a V8 any day of the week. I mean, even the bigger V8s. I mean, you go into like the 8.1 Chevy and be close, but I'm going to probably be easier towing. Same weight, as long as it's with that. Both of our trucks have max payload, max trailer pack. They're pretty set up. Then we lifted them. Something about, dude, we both said we weren't going to lift our trucks.
Yeah, but every time I get a new truck, it gets to lift wheels and tires. So.
He's running 6-inch 35s, 12.5 wide, so 12.5 inches wide on 20s. I'm running, I think, a 3.5-inch lift. I think a 34.2 on 20s. Mine are definitely not as wide. So if we take a look at this, you look down the side there, my tires are tucked pretty good. Let's go over here and take a look at his. They're out there. It's definitely way more aggressive. I mean, look at that. One funny thing about the Chevys is the front pokes out farther. So like when you lift a Chevy, your back might be like lined right up and your front's clear out here. These look pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, it's more my first Ford truck. I mean, we've had our share of Mustangs. It's my first Ford truck. I'm usually a Cummins guy. I've had, I think, 8 different Cummins diesels. Had a couple of Duramax trucks. Use that still for the work stuff, but for my daily driver, I don't know. It's a good looking truck. I think it's great. So that's what I need it to.
All right, guys, once he gets his channel up going, I'll start putting his link below my videos, and we'll go from there. But we're definitely going to do a couple driving, so we have a differing opinion on some stuff. We'll probably do talk trucks in one of them, cars in one of them, and go from there. So stay tuned. Hopefully you guys like the new styles we're trying. Once we find one that sticks, we'll stick with it and still kind of do the other stuff, but we'll stick with it. So thanks for watching. Hit the like button, thumbs up, subscribe, do what you got to do to support us here and keep us going. Thanks. Bye.